Continuing with the digestive system lab, the esophagus is here. You want to refer back to the video going over the oral cavity structures. The esophagus goes down behind the heart, behind the lungs, through the diaphragm, below the liver, this is the liver, and into the stomach. This is the stomach, okay? Attached to the stomach by a membrane is a tongue-shaped looking thing. This is the spleen, okay? It's helpful to separate that from the stomach. Lay that back. This is the liver. This is the major metabolic organ of the body. Attached to the underside of the liver is a small balloon, deflated balloon structure. Sometimes it's green. This is the gallbladder. There's a duct running from the gallbladder going to where the stomach enters the small intestines. Okay, this is where the stomach enters the small intestines. You'll learn about the first segment of the small intestines. Now, this is where humans and pigs differ. The small intestines is all of this. In humans, the large intestines wraps around the small intestines. That's not how it works in pigs. In pigs, the large intestines is all balled up to one side. It looks like a fire hose is folded, and typically sits just below the stomach, but not always. Okay, so here's the stomach, small intestines, large intestines, spleen. Inferior to the stomach and buried under a membrane is the pancreas. And at first glance, you might even overlook it because it looks like a chewed up piece of gum. Can you see this thing right here? Okay, so this thing right there, that's the pancreas. Okay, so you might have to, as a separate photo, include that with your gallbladder if you can. But that is the pancreas. It looks like a chewed up piece of gum, and your pig may not be as dark as mine. It may look more like a pale piece of gum. But you can see it running from the opening of the stomach into the small intestines and laying deep just inferior to the stomach underneath the membrane. So you have to remove that membrane to see that, okay? You'll also want to look for where the small intestines attaches to the large intestines, okay? And that is right here. So here's where the small intestines attaches to the first segment of the large intestines, and it attaches at the side. This area is called the cecum. Just below that is this blind sac. It's fairly large in pigs. It's small in humans. This is the appendix. Okay, so here's where the small intestines attaches to the large intestines and onto the side, and this little small sac below it is the appendix. Okay, you can follow that around and dig a little deeper, and you'll see the other end of the large intestines where it goes down into the rectum.